Hello lovelies and welcome back to another day of Nimz Ramble, and today I'm going to talk about bad days because you know what, as humans we all have them. However, how we choose to act and respond will determine what circumstances we attract. I choose to talk about this because I had a bit of an unpleasant morning. It started morning and dragged on to lunch, and it really brought down my vibrational frequency. Now, these weren't life-stopping issues, but my inner critic tends to be a little bit of a drama queen. So the sight of trouble, especially when it involves home and money, it can really bring me down that rabbit hole, which I should not go. However, when I opened up my Instagram and my messenger, it was like something or someone was watching over me. I open up Instagram, I find these 12 steps to self-care, and it really hits home. And then I open up Messenger and an old friend from high school messages me and really turned my day around and my moment around to a point where I stopped crying and I started feeling better. I started making jokes. Now, I was able to take a step back and to look back at on my situation, and from a more calmer and neutral perspective, I was able to resolve the situation because now talking to you guys, I have resolved this issue. When I started writing my bullet points for tonight's YouTube, I did not have this situation under control. I was still freaking out. So, because I've solved this issue and I feel better and I don't let bad days stop me, I decided to share those 12 steps with you. Thanks for the inspiration from my good friend on Instagram, The Higher Self, with underscores instead of spaces. Now, number 1, it feels wrong, don't do it. I like this one. It's definitely something I need to practice regularly, not to make decisions on an anxious state of mind. When I get all anxious, I tend to make the bad decisions because I ignore that it feels wrong, because my anxiety has me all confused. 2, say exactly what you mean. Now, this is one I had to learn to do in moderation because, as you all know, I am a talking machine. But this is definitely true. Like, people are not mind readers. I'm not a mind reader. My family's not a mind reader. I tend to say a lot of words, but with not a lot of meaning. And then I said, well, weren't you listening to what I said? Well, no, it's just those people did not understand. It's just one perspective. You might see it, but they might not because they have a different perspective. So if you're like me and it's very easy for you to say things, but then you have to stop, analyze, and say. But if you're the opposite, okay, and you're suffering in silence, okay, this is what I got for you, okay? Because I love you guys and you all deserve joy. Say your piece, lovelies. Your thoughts and your feelings are important too. Not just those around you and the people you love. You are important too, because without you, they might not be good or happy. Because it brings me to number 3, which is don't be a people pleaser. This one is one of those hard lessons I had to learn, and I'm still learning. I struggle with this one. I used to put everyone ahead of myself. I still do sometimes. I have slips, but you know what? When I started to read one book and follow the 2 YouTubers, it really completely changed my mindset. And it taught me that self-love is definitely more important than loving others in great amount. So I'm always going to be grateful for Aaron Dowdy and Jake Ducey and the book The Secret, because it really did open my eyes up. It opened up my eyes to the fact that it's okay to love others, but it's very, very important, however, to not let the autopilot me and the fears and the people push me around and leave me feeling like nothing. Because I was at a point in my life where I was putting everybody ahead of myself, helping everybody, making everybody happy. But in the end, I felt like nothing. Even some people said I was nothing. And it made me feel very small. And which brings you to depression, anxiety, and very, very bad feelings that I would not even wish on my worst enemies, although nowadays I don't have much enemies. Number 4, trust your instincts. Take time to take your personal inventory, check in, and see where your instincts want to lead you. I can promise you that oftentimes, more than none, if you listen to your inner self instead of your ego self, they will guide you towards the right thing. And honestly, it'll make you happier in a deeper sense in the long run. But you have to make sure that you listen. You take stop. Okay, I have this situation. Right now, I want to be angry. I want to scream. I want to be anxious. Oh my gosh, the things at home aren't going good. Things with money aren't going good. I'm having a bad lunch, bad day. What's going on? What things are going bad? This initial response is the ego. It's the emotions. So once the ego dies down and I started talking to my friend and started distracting the ego, it's when my instinct said, well, relax and wait for Sharon to call. And you know what? When Sharon called, I was able to fix the whole situation. Number 5, never speak bad about yourself. It's very easy to start playing on repeat all those negative things that people have said to you or about you to yourself. And with social media, it's made it even easier. Sorry about that, my eye was itchy. I realize often that I spoke very poorly of myself. And with what the law of attraction says is, what you do, you attract. If you do so, you attract so. And I'm still learning this, having a mental illness and all, that, I have to work it step by step with repetition and patience, because my inner critic, she does her job so good, so very successfully, and it's just sad. And I had to see that to be able to fix it. Number 6, never give up on your dreams, because the inner critic will pick at you and pick at you and pick at you and try to get you down and try to get you to give up on those dreams, because it wants to stay in what feels comfortable. But don't give up on your dream. If you want something, go for it. Do it, because you know what? It feels so great. I'm talking to you guys, doing this video, although I had a bad day. Why? Because I still want my dream. I still want to inspire that one person, change me, make me feel good, share my message. Number 7, don't be afraid to say yes. Oftentimes, fear is going to kick us and life's going to kick us in a corner and we don't want to say anything and we don't want to move. We are frightened. We are stuck in quicksand. Okay? Don't be afraid to say yes. If your instincts are telling you to say yes, if your dreams are pointing towards that, then go. But 8, don't be afraid to say no. If you feel like somebody's dragging you towards a direction you don't want and you feel like you might regret it in the long run, don't be afraid to say no, because you know what? You matter. Your dreams matter. You matter. Self-love matters. So, number 9, be kind to yourself and respect the fact that it's okay to say yes. It's okay to say no. It's okay to have missteps. It doesn't mean you have to give up on your dreams. It just means that you have to be kind and remind yourself that the missteps are lessons to be learned, not to kick yourself about. Say, okay, I made a mistake. What is it trying to teach me? Well, today, my lesson taught me that I should not overreact and let my drama queen take the driver's seat. I should really learn that, have faith in my ability. I am strong and I can do this. 10, let go of the things you can't control. I really like this one, because I tend to have this thing where I feel everybody's pain. I want to help everybody. And I had to learn that you can't control other people. That serenity prayer, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I love that. I even have it on my wall. It's very important. You can't change other people. You can't make other people change, but you can change your perspective. You can be the change you wish to see in the world, but you cannot make the world change. You can only be that change which you wish to see. E11, I guess it goes like this. Stay away from drama and negativity. I never realized how much drama and negativity was taking a toll on me until I decided to move out in the middle of nowhere in this tiny little retirement community. Like, when I moved here and I got a lot of alone time and a lot more quiet time, it's when I realized that I had a lot of drama and negativity, and it's what was causing me to stay vibrating in a lower frequency. I love my family, I love my friends, I still go out and visit, but now I choose to limit that. Where I go in, I do things, I spend time with the people I love, but I come back and I recenter. I don't forget that I am important in this process, that I can't help those in negativity if I am in negativity as well. So it's where the last one comes in, that's all important, is love, okay? I love, and you have to love yourself, and you have to love the others around you and the things around you, and be grateful and soak in gratitude, because when you feel grateful for what you have and when you feel good about yourself, you attract more, you feel more. You know, look at my cat, he's beautiful, he's just laying there and he makes me so happy. My daughter's behaving and she's nice, I love her, it makes me feel good. Love is important. I love you guys because you're listening to this. Love is important. Love yourself. Love yourself the way you love your loved ones. That's one that stuck with me deep. Do you love yourself like you love everybody else that you love around you? And if the answer is no, get on it. Love yourself. Do something today that is going to make you love yourself a tiny bit more. It doesn't have to be compared to anybody else. Do one little tiny thing that's going to make you love yourself a little bit more today. So, with that, that wraps up the 12 steps to self-care. I wish you all a wonderful evening. I love you all, lovelies, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Nimz ramble.